Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. How's everyone doing? I see a couple of GMs in the chat. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Isabella. I lead community at Talent Protocol. And welcome to our night community call. We run those community calls every month. It's almost a one-on-one with our team in which we share announcements, updates, and today would be no different. We have so many cool things to share with our community. We do have, maybe we can go straight to the agenda, right? So today we have, like I said, so many things to share about Polygon launch, about season 3 planning, also the ambassadors program, talent hunt, talent house, and many other things. As usual, at the end of this call, we'll have a Q&A. So feel free to already, if you have any questions already, feel free to drop at the YouTube live chat. We will try to answer most of them and all of them actually. And at the end of this call, we'll also have some reminders and a pull-up, of course. So without further ado, I would like to invite Pedro to come on stage to talk about season 3, open beta, and all the things.
All the things. Thank you,
All the
Isabella.
things. Welcome, Pedro.
Let's do this. Yeah, I mean, this is not exactly news, but we felt like it was important, especially as we have so many new people joining through multiple channels, ambassadors, townhouse, level up, and others, that it was important to remind, in case you haven't noticed, that the open beta era has begun. You can read more about it in our one of our most recent blog posts on what this means, how you can register to create your profile, and even if that's your wish, to launch your own token and build your community of strong supporters. So that was just a note that the open beta era has begun. Maybe we jump right into season 3. And yeah, season 3 is at our doorstep. Before I go into details about season 3 proposal, we are going to present right after this slide everything about season 3, and I'd love to have your feedback about it. If you want to have feedback, if you want to give your feedback, go on our Discord or on feedback suggestions channel. It's open to public. We'll be paying attention to that in the following weeks. This is the proposal phase. We will be presenting in the next community call on the 4th of October. Not the proposal, what we're actually going to do after listening to everyone in our community. All right. So the next thing is to give you also some, especially because we have so many people joining, so many new people, is to give you some more context or on where we're coming from. What were the seasons before this? I know some of the people in this call are OG, so apologies for the history lesson, but I think it's relevant to remind us all that we started with season 1, where we essentially built a DeFi app for talent investment. I mean, this was basic and cool, financial use case, but very long run. You would invest into talent, you would stake on them, and then you just collect rewards for a long time. I mean, the platform was like a utility. That's why we jumped into season 2 to build like a social layer on top with messaging and other things we're still yet to deliver until the end of this month, because season 2 is still running until the end of September, as well as becoming a multi-chain dApp by launching on Polygon. Francisco, we will give you some more updates on that later on. It's also relevant to mention that season 2 was a bit of a challenge, because when we started it a couple months after we had the bear market with the Luna crash, and we had to change our whole strategy, including the token launch strategy. So I just wanted to leave that note, because it's important to realize that season 1 was, I don't want to say perfect, but went really well. Season 2 was a bit challenging. I think the word challenging is the best. So anyway, let's go into season 3. Next slide, please. And the idea behind season 3 is to make it like a game, the game of talent, or the talent game. So instead of like long-term passive investments into talent, we want to build in a fun way short-term benefits for both talent, for both the builders and for the supporters. This season will go from October, so next month, until March 2023. And we will also bring to the community the kickoff of the TEL economy. No, this doesn't mean we're going to launch the token. We're not ready for it yet. But this does mean that you can start using your TEL, the TEL you've been accumulating and the TEL you're going to buy. So we're going to focus on ways of earning and spending the TEL token. So as I mentioned, but just to underline it again, we will be presenting the final plan on the next community call, 4th of October, based on the feedback we collect from you. Don't forget, go on Discord, feedback suggestion channel, and you can leave your feedback there. The slides will be made available for you as well. You know, this call is being recorded. Next slide, please. It's important to go and essentially remind ourselves of who we are building this for, and also like what's the value we're delivering to them. So we're building talent protocol for the builders of tomorrow: engineers, designers, marketers, founders, you know, community builders, ambassadors, everyone that's helping building a better future. There's a lot of talent platforms out there that are out of touch with reality, and especially with the Web3 reality, and they don't really cater for career growth for this new generation of builders. Talent Protocol does, and we do that by allowing the builders to create their professional presence into Web3 and share their stories in a positive way, and to help them make genuine connections with other builders and supporters, and to access exciting opportunities. We will share in the chat where like a Notion page where you can check the core audience in more detail of Talent Protocol. I would say, in a nutshell, like the ideal builder we want to bring into Talent Protocol is everyone who attended the Talent House, or everyone on a level up program. Those are the type of talent that we want to bring on board, the type of builders that we really want to work with and help them grow. All right, next slide. I think it's also important, before diving deeper into the deliverables of season 3, which is the slide after this one, to go deeper into the product vision. And I cannot stress out how important this slide is. It's the first time we're actually presenting something this long term, and I just want to talk to you a bit more about it. So let me chat to you about the core principles that allowed us to get here. So the core principles is we want to have a modular architecture with an open API, and that your data is not ours mentality. So everything you do with Talent Protocol, it's your data, it's your token. You can take it with you whenever and wherever you want. We want to have these principles because we want to enable integrations, partnerships, and most importantly, community building. And having said that, if you look at this scheme, so the lighter pinker circles, these are things that are built by our community. These are things that are led by the community, and they will be supported by the community treasury in TEL tokens. Okay, so after we launch the TEL token, the darker purple circles are things that are built and maintained by the core team together with the community. We have a bunch of bounties that you can all apply to. Maybe you can drop the link in the chat as well, because we really have a few of them, and not only engineering roles, but these are the key components that the core team is focused on. And I want to talk to you a bit more about them. So the main one is the one in the middle, the career metadata layer, the .tel. So think about ENS, think about .lens, We want to have like a .tel username where you can have encapsulated all your career metadata. And this is also supported by, a super slick UX profile, which Francisco will demo right after the slide. And this core metadata layer, this supports the three other components. So we're thinking about like when you're working, you're learning. Learning is work, but also when you're working and learning, you're also networking your way to the top. So we are already doing some things. Let's focus on the learning part. Townhouse, the level up. Those are things that we're testing, we're growing, we're learning how to productize them. They're part of this learning component. On the work side of things, I'm actually leading an opportunities pilot project starting next month with a few companies and organizations that will enable not only the builders to get access to opportunities like jobs, but also for you to find your co-founders or to get a coach or other things that are relevant for everyone's careers. And last, but definitely not least, the network part where we can make those connections and explore the network of builders and not only see who's connected to who, but also how strong their connections are, which is essentially going back to the DeFi depth for investing in talent and how the support is, how much you invest in someone and you staked on someone is super relevant to have an understanding of the network. This is one of the reasons, for instance, why Protocol Labs has become an investor and a strong partner of Talent Protocol. Next slide, and I've been talking for a long time, so I need to drink some water. I want Francisco to come on board. And, it's always good to show you schemes and stuff, but it's even better if we show you a product, right? So Francisco, go ahead.
Thanks, Pedro. Hey, everyone. So I'm just going to give you a quick run through one of the prototypes that we have from the new profile and just showcase a bit what the new profile means and how this fits in our product vision. Because as Pedro mentioned, profile and everything is going to revolve around it, your network, how you explore, how you find opportunities, how you showcase yourself, essentially. So one big thing that we want to introduce is to bring more visibility into why you're in a platform and what you're looking for. One of the hardest things is to find people that are mission aligned with you and that have the same issues and that are willing to work with you. And so with our new profile, one of the main things that we want to showcase is exactly what people are open to. So that can be full-time roles, freelancing, internships, working for a mentor, just learning or networking. There will be plenty of opportunities. There will be plenty of ways for you to show what you're looking for in the platform so that you're able to create your circle, your inner circle of people in this new Web3 professional world. And to showcase who you are, we are going to be merging a couple of things from the current profile into what we're calling the journey. So the journey is going to be essentially to showcase where you want to go and where you've been. And that's one of the main things that we really want to highlight is that showing where you want to go matters a lot, because by creating a network and by going together, we'll be able to go further for sure. So in the journey, you'll be able to showcase your career goals, where you want to go, who you're doing them with, what's the current status on it, as well as just showcasing some previous highlights and experiences that you've done in the past. And even if you just want to showcase, for instance, a cool conference that you've been to, you'll also be able to, because everything matters, everything has made you who you are today. And so we want you to see that. We'll, of course, continue to have sections specific for those that decide to launch their own social token. So the perks, this shouldn't be anything new if you are part of the platform already. They do look stylish, and that's coming really soon. And then we have, of course, just the normal, more token-focused metrics. Another cool thing that we'll be exploring a lot is how to showcase who someone community is, because we're creating this very meaningful connection through buying people's token, right? People's social token. And so we're creating this concept of super connection, the supporter, who you are supporting. And we're thinking about creating some really cool things around this of who your social graph is. Something that's coming with a new profile is showcasing a lot more of what your Web3 presence is, and that's either through POAPs, any NFTs that you might have, or tokens that you're proud of holding and that represent something meaningful to you. But overall, we want to make sure that this showcases who you are in a good way in the professional world. And that's it for the demo. Do give us feedback if you're looking for, if you have any, and I'm throwing it back to Pedro for him to keep going with season 3.
Thank you, man. And again, for feedback, go on our Discord on the feedback dash suggestions channel there, and we'll be, obviously, we always pay attention, but because of season 3 proposal, we'll be paying even more attention. I think it's relevant to end this component of the presentation on with the season 3 proposal with the deliverables. So just to wrap it up, we already went to, okay, what is season 3 and when it's going from October until March next year? Who is it for, and why, and what will they get? What's the value proposition there? We also covered the product vision and the .tel, career metadata, and the 3 components: work, learn, and network. And Leal and Francisco was kind enough to make us a showcase of what the key component of the profile will be like. In terms of deliverables that we want to commit to the community to deliver in season 3, it's these 6. So number 1, it's kind of obvious, build a killer profile, great user experience, and obviously on-chain credentials. The number 2 is kind of expanding, just not being completely dependent on social tokens, and also going with NFTs. Something we found out on season 1, but especially season 2, is that some people, when it comes to the moment of launching their community, launching it with a fungible token is a bit extreme. It's launching their own economy a bit too much. So we want to facilitate that through NFTs as well, which will give more access to these career circles. The third thing is to introduce the new ways of earning and spending TAL. So effectively launching the TAL economy, even though we haven't launched the TAL token yet, but this will give so many new opportunities to engage between the different agents in the platform. Then to also give autonomy of searching, exploring, and connecting with other builders in the community. The social graph that Francisco just mentioned, it's exactly this. And then last but not least, the opportunities board, where people can engage with organizations, and they can engage with each other, and organizations can engage with talent for opportunities. I mean, again, opportunities, not only jobs, it's a lot more than that. And it's something we have been not only onboarding talent and understanding their needs, but also analyzing the data we have about the talent that has already registered on the platform. The final thing is that, I already mentioned this, but the Talent House and the Level Up, so our scholarship program, Talent House, and our mentorship program, Level Up, which they actually have a lot of strong connections. We're going to keep growing them, so you're going to hear more about this too in the future. And I think the biggest challenge for the community is, how do we productize this? So you're also welcome to give feedback on ideas how to productize Talent House and Level Up into the product, both the work, the learn, and the network component. So this is it for season 3 proposal. Looking forward to your feedback. Once more, Discord feedback and suggestions channel, and I'll be there. Isabella, back to you.
Thank you so much, Pedro. Don't leave just now. I actually have a very introspective question for you, if we have time for that. Would you think, and also the team as well, from season 1 and season 2, that we would arrive at season 3 with this strong vision, what are like the things that has been like always like in the beginning that we planned like to build as like a product, as a community, as initiatives, or things that we just we think that we came up like along the way?
Yeah, it's definitely a good question. I don't think so, because we, like, when we went into season 2, we were and you know, if it was still a bull market and every you know, the past 5 months didn't happen, let's put it like this, we would be, you know, right now preparing the token launch for October during ETH Lisbon. But you know, things changed, and that kind of was a blessing in disguise to help us, you know, force our way to really figuring out the product vision. And I think we got there, and I just want to thank everyone in the community, not only the core team and the extended team, but everyone else, the contributors, the you know, just the users that have been giving us feedback that allowed us to get here. But we're still waiting for even more feedback, because we took all of that, we created this proposal, but it's still time in the next, until the next community call, I would say in the next 3 weeks. Give us that feedback. Let's hear you folks out, and then we make the final plan for season 3. So it's not a done deal yet. I just want to leave that really clear. But to answer your question, no, I think we would be in a very different position right now. But it is what it is, right?
It is what it is, and it's going great. So folks, it's time. So you have until the next community call, which is in October 4th, to share all your feedbacks, all your ideas, so then we can build a much more stronger proposal for season 3 with much more things that the community actually finds it relevant, and then we can build this together. Now more, I mean, we've been talking about product, but let's get a like hands-on approach on demos. I'd love to invite Francisco to show more about Polygon, which I'm very, very excited about it. We've been actually testing over the past weeks, and many other cool things that you have to share, right?
Yes, that's right, Isabella. So hello again. I hope you missed me. Yeah, so this time I'm trying something different for the products update. I'm actually just going to do everything live. And so one thing to note is that that profile doesn't build itself. And so there are actually a lot of things that we've done that I'm not able to showcase yet. But let's get started with those that I can. So one cool thing that we've done is actually to enable users to actually have to showcase their ENS on their profile. And so if you go to your edit profile and you actually refresh your domain, you will see that you are able to add the domain that you own. So this will essentially use the wallet that you have to actually fetch your ENS. And now if I save and I go to my profile, I should be able to take a look there to who link it to my profile. So this is something cool that gives us a little bit of an extra edge. And the next thing that I'd like to show you is right over here. So this is actually our dev environment. We are just about done with tests, and we'll be releasing Polygon soon. So I'm just going to essentially create a new token right now while I will explain you. So for instance, you can already see that this is going to ask me to change to Mumbai network, which is a testnet for Polygon, which is where we're running our tests. And now, yes, I'll launch my token. So this launch is going to be done in several stages. So last week we actually asked our community for beta testers for Polygon, and so those that wanted to only launch in testnet have already had access to launch their token. And the next stage after that is going to be releasing this to everyone on our beta, and for you to be able to launch your token. So we have a core group of users that are going to launch initially, and then we'll be opening it to the rest of the community for you to take a look. And so ORDAP is already using USDC for the stable token in Polygon, and so on. And the last thing that's also interesting is that we've been redoing a little bit the referral races and the new talent hunt, which Felipe will tell you all about a bit later. And so we wanted to give it a small touch to make it more personal. And so now there are no longer invites, since we're in the open beta stage, like Pedro mentioned. And so right now you can simply join someone in Talent Protocol. So if you use their username, you'll be able to essentially join them. And you can see here that I'm inviting you to the beta. So this was just a cool thing that we decided to do, and we think it's really cool. And in the background, as I said, we've been doing a lot of changes, especially for the new profile. And we're already able to load all the NFTs and POAPs collections, and the new timeline is getting set up. So we're putting in the final touches so that when season 3 comes, we already have that killer profile that Pedro mentioned. And back to you, Isabella.
I was just like watching the demo, like so excited about it. Like I can't wait. And this is actually happening sooner than later. So thank you so much, Francisco, for sharing. Now, I mean, project school, building school, but like maybe like this is like me with my non-technical background. I'd love to invite Philippe to talk about growth and community. We do have Talent Hunt, we do have Talent House, we have a lot of talent initiatives, right?
Yes. Hello, everyone. I'm actually speaking from Mexico City today, so I'm not close to Pedro and Francisco. Yeah, but it's good to be here in this virtual home of ours. Today, I mean, I won't be very long today. I just want to give a quick update on growth, the new Talent Hunt initiative that Francisco told, and also give you a few, an idea of how Talent House in Mexico City went. So for the growth update, I think from the good side, we had a good increase in talent, so almost 500 new talented people creating their profiles and adding info, and more than 50 of them launching their token. For activity and engagement was low in August. This is kind of for the things that went least well. And of course, August, besides being a usual slow month, especially if you think about career-related platforms and career-related things, we also already know that investing in talent is quite a passive activity. So you kind of just invest in your friends, you discover new people, and then invest in them, and then you kind of wait for them to succeed, which can take a while. But that's why, like Pedro mentioned and Francisco, we're working on a bunch of new features for season 3 that will turn our app into a kind of a more fun game to play with concrete short-term benefits. So it makes more sense to come back to the platform more often, to engage with each other. So yeah, hopefully these numbers will go up soon. One thing that we're doing right now to get these numbers back up is the talent hunt. And as you can see from this demo, maybe Isabella can play the demo. It's just a quick overview of the talent hunt. Talent hunt feature. Hello, friends. Here's a quick demo of the new talent hunt feature inside the earn section. Basically, we got this rewards for inviting talent back. And as you can see here in this headline and this banner, you can earn rewards by inviting people. So the whole earn section is renewed, has these two tabs, quests and invites. And and you can track here the total earnings you got from both of them, both earnings from quests you finished, from invites you sent, and for any other bounties or stuff that we do for Talent Protocol. They will appear here. As you can see here, we will have a race every week, so meaning we'll reward the three people that invited the most talent every week. So this was recorded on Monday night, so there was still 1 day left to participate. You can see here in the overview both your invite link, the total invites, that people already used in total, and the invites this week that people have used. And you can see here also the leaderboard of who are the three people that are classified to win a reward this week, and other ones that come after. And you can also see the specific users you invited and what their status is. And this is important. Why? For your invites to count here, users need to not only to register, but they need to complete the beginner quest. So as you can see here, there's a lot of people in the profile complete, but for example, this one just registered, so this one is not counting for this count. So what is the beginner quest, you ask? So if you go to the quests section of the Earn page, you'll see a set of quests. You will only be eligible to participate in the talent hunt and sharing invites if you have this beginner quest completed, and your invites will only count if the people that you invite also complete these beginner quests. And to participate is really easy. Again, you just go to the invite section and you see your invite link, which will be in this format, beta.talentprotocol.com/join/your username. And yeah, as you can see, every week we'll reward the top 3 invitees with 500, 300, and 200 TAL, respectively. So yeah, hope you can participate on the next week's hunts, and good luck. Hey everyone, so first of all, sorry, I was a bit low energy on that video. And I recorded the video because I wanted you to know the end of last week's kind of hunt. And as you can see, we can announce the winners of this first hunt. Isabella, if you can change to the next slide, please. So yeah, these were the ones that invited the most people in the last hunt. As I mentioned, this hunts will be from Wednesday to Wednesday. So this Wednesday starts a new one. So new prizes will be awarded next Wednesday. Congrats to H. Chen, Srinjoy, and Heaver for being the first ones to win. And if you have any questions about Talent Hunt, just reach out to us. But yeah, hopefully this will help for us to get more talented people in the platform. But yeah, moving on to Talent House now. So, and I think this is also pretty interesting to share. So as you know, last month in August, we did another Talent House edition in Mexico City. And we still have two other ones to do in Bogota and Lisbon, but let's see how the one in Mexico went. Yeah, as you can see, a lot of good vibes. This was a very interesting talent house because it was the first that was only a hackathon, not a conference, and I think the spirit and the vibes were yeah, through the roof. This video, as well as a longer one with testimonials, is up on YouTube, so feel free to check that out. There's also a blog post with the testimonials of the people that participated and a few other information in our blog. The links should be in the chat and also in this presentation that we'll share. But yeah, thank you a lot and so much to everyone that helped make this talent house a reality in Mexico. Mostly Cello, the support of Youth Global as well, and of course all of the participants. We have actually two testimonials of two participants here to show you from in the next slide. Nico and Ian. Nico from Argentina and Ian from Canada. Both of them were in winning teams in the hackathon, so both their projects did really well, and we were very proud to see them on stage and pitching their projects to Vitalik himself. So yeah, I think they enjoyed Talent House as well, and hopefully we will all be in touch. And I mean, as every other Talent House member, you can also check their profiles and buy their token in the platform if you wish to do so. This was kind of the recap of Mexico. Now focusing on what's next. As you know, we have two more houses. Unfortunately, applications are already closed. We already announced the winners for Bogota and the people coming to Bogota in early October last month. And we'll actually announce the winners for Lisbon now. But yeah, before we announce the winners, just as always, know that we're doing events in both cities, both in Bogota and Lisbon. The talent brunch, the traditional talent brunch, and also you have the links to the events. If you're able to attend, we would be happy to have you. But yeah, now for the reveal moment. Here are kind of the 14 people coming to Lisbon in late October, early November. As you can see, also a lot of different flags, a lot of people traveling from a lot of different countries. And yeah, we're super excited for this house in Lisbon because, as you know, Lisbon is home to most of the Talent Protocol team. So it'd be super interesting for them to meet all of the team and not just me and Luminita for a change. But yeah, congratulations to all of these winners. We will announce them on Twitter and in our blog later today. And yeah, I think this is it for me, I think. And yeah, now I'm handing over to you, Isabella, to speak about another news and another announcement and more people that are joining kind of our mission.
Indeed, Philip, thank you so much. I was like smiling all the way through, like seeing all the memories from Talent House Mexico. I'm super excited to Bogota, and as you said, like Lisbon, hosting a Talent House in Lisbon, it has a different vibe. I can imagine it's going, both of the houses is going to be amazing. We'll chat again during the Q&A time, but now here comes the time that we're going to announce the best of not now, Francisco, not now. Almost. So over the past month, we received over 300 applications to join the Ambassadors Program at Talent Protocol. The Ambassadors Program and Talent Protocol has two, let's say, two main purposes, like to create this network of local representatives of Talent Protocol. We know in the blockchain space, it's amazing that most of the communities, you know, are like on internet, and we have the chance like to meet so many people all over the world. But we also know that if we want to communicate more in other people's language as well, spread more the word about, you know, Web3, blockchain, about talents, we know that having this close connections with other communities and other parts of the world, it's very, very important. So like I said, we received 317 applications in this first cohort. We shortlisted 25 of them, and today I am super, super excited to announce the first ambassadors. The list is not completed yet, but I'm super excited to announce the first 12 Talent Protocol ambassadors. And now, Francisco, you can go to the next slide. So Robert, Paco, Osgur, Ezekiah, Juan, Harsh, Elif, Danila, Gokche, Noreen, Maria, and Aditya. Welcome aboard. We're super excited to have you all here. And we do, some of them actually, we only announced this actually last yesterday, and some of them actually took the time to short video introducing themselves, so you can already get to know some of our ambassadors. So we'll have a short video introducing them.
Hi everyone, I'm Elif from Istanbul, Turkey. I'm a creative media producer working with different fields and also multidisciplinary media artists. And I'm very happy to be a part of Talent Protocol Ambassador Program because I really believe in, as a sociologist, very focused on artificial intelligence and ethics. Blockchain technology and Web3 will bring equality for humanity and also the usage of tech in a good way. So thank you so much for listening to me, and I'm very looking forward to see you in the future.
Hi everyone, my name is Hezekiah Suleiman. I'm based in Nigeria, Lagos State precisely, and a DeFi researcher. I'm happy to be joining Talent Protocol as an ambassador.
Buenas, soy Juan Pablo Hernández, soy residente de Argentina. La verdad que súper contento de haber recibido la noticia de ser embajador de Talent Protocol. Me encanta lo que está haciendo la plataforma para ayudar a otras personas. Yo más o menos hago un poco lo mismo, soy creador de contenido, trabajo para algunas empresas como business developer. Y nada, lo que más me gusta de Web3 es el aspecto social, todo lo que se puede estar haciendo con las redes sociales. Y nada, actualmente me encuentro en Estados Unidos porque estoy de viaje, estoy de vacaciones, así que un poco improvisado este video, pero nada, espero sirva para poder presentarme y nada.
Kamusta? Hello everyone, I'm Noreen, a crypto enthusiast from Philippines. I'm really glad that I've been part of the ambassador of Talent Protocol. Thank you so much for the opportunity, and I'm really excited about the project developments, building programs, Web3 hackathons, engaging with the community, and connecting with you guys as well. Nice meeting you all. Together, let's build, promote Web3 and Talent Protocol. Thank you.
Hola, soy Paco Trejo de Guadalajara, México. I'm a developer, and I'm trying to build amazing things to solve problems that we have in the present. I'm very excited to be part of Talent Protocol, and I hope to be able to bring many people here so that they can take advantage of the protocol like us. See you soon.
Hello everyone, this is Özgür from Istanbul, Turkey. I'm glad I'll be joining Talent Protocol Ambassador team. Success is collective, so we will succeed together.
Like I said in the YouTube chat, exciting times ahead. And this is not, so the 12 names, the 12 first names, we announced it. It's not the final list. If you could go to the next slide. We're still conducting some...
Hi everyone, I'm Elif.
Yes. So we're still conducting interviews for joining this first cohort, as the applications only closed this last Sunday. So the list of ambassadors for this first cohort, it's still growing. In the meantime, we'll open the applications to the ambassadors program for the second cohort very soon. Not yet, just because we are still, processing some of the applications, but very, very soon you'll be able to apply. For those who couldn't make this time, can reapply again. And please keep an eye on our Twitter, Discord, Telegram. We'll share information very, very soon. That's all from my side. Now it's time for some Q&A. Yes. Exactly. So, folks, if you have any questions, now it's time to drop on the YouTube live chat. We'll be here answering all of them. We hope so. And the first question that I actually was saving to Philippe, that is about to join.
I'm here.
Yes.
I'm here.
So the first question that no worries. The first question that I was saving at the time that you presented the talent house. So with being, this is like already the third talent house, and this last one was in a different scenario. Let's say it was like more of a hackathon, but I still wanted to ask you, what was the greatest memory that you have from this? And doesn't necessarily need to be, related with like building and so on.
No, I think it's I mean, it's not easy to select from so many, but I think the best memory was seeing the talent house kind of winners and the scholars on stage. So seeing that almost all of them were actually winners and won something in the hackathon, and kind of going through that journey with them, because we were at the hackathon venue also, and kind of supporting them as we could. And that sometimes meant just like cheerleading and getting coffee. And it was, yeah, awesome to see them going from 0 to winners and pitching to Vitalik. And I think that was the best memory, seeing them on stage and kind of, yeah, feeling proud for them.
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. My next question goes to Francisco. So Francisco and Pedro, actually, because we've showed a lot of deliverables that we wanted to achieve for season 3. How we are going to, let's say, prioritize what comes first, what might like needs me necessarily like to drop over the way. So how we are going to conduct and share this with the community so that they can be, let's say, aware of this season 3 roadmap.
So yeah, this is a good question and a tough question. The key goal is to deliver the tile economy. That's the goal of the season. That's the talent game, right? And so in order to have the game, we need the economy. So the smart contract changes are coming in, so I'm not exactly worried about that. But also that enables a bunch of other things and ideas we didn't even have. So I think that's going to be fundamental to build critical mass for talent protocol, and also for achieving product market fit and financial sustainability. So I would say the second part of being financially sustainable and hitting product market fit, I mean, they go hand in hand. That's priority number 2. So around these 2 priorities, we'll have to, I mean, if something on those deliverables doesn't add to this, we'll have to drop them and but I mean, we'll keep evolving the community over time, not only the community calls but also on Discord. But yeah.
My next question goes to Francisco, which is also related with product development. As we are massively scaling our product, like the profile, the talent profile, it's like definitely a huge improvement in comparison to what we have at the moment. It makes like total sense. I wanted to ask, as we are like a small team, and I know we launched some bounties, and so how do we plan to scale product development over the next months?
Yeah, that's a really good question. So essentially the way that we've been following things is really trying to keep the core team engaged in like the main things that need to be worked on, which Pedro already mentioned what those were, and the rest we actually have a few new people joining part-time soon. Our team, we'll probably hear more about this in the next community call, and we'll also be creating new bounties once we have all the deliverables set in, so that the community can actually help us. And one of our previous part-time contractors, which is Pallavi, she will be actually joining us full-time in October. So scaling the team also helps in being able to get all the work done and deliver everything we need. So yeah, it's growing the team and making sure that we have good contributors that want to help us out.
Amazing, amazing. And for everyone, we do have a page on Notion that I already shared. I'll do it again. That's called how can you help? And then in this page, we shared all the technical and non-technical bounties. We share also open positions to join the team. The ambassadors program will be there as well very soon. So if you want to contribute, go straight to that page, and I'm totally sure there will be something for you waiting there. Talking about growth, this is actually, I will repeat a question that came on the previous community call to Philippe. So we are thinking the product, not only the platform, the application, but also the initiatives, the community run initiatives, Talent House, Ambassadors Program, Level Up. How are we going to integrate, or is it like already something that's going to happen on season 3, integrate those community initiatives into the platform?
Yes, that's a great question. And I think the season 3 will start to introduce the changes that will help with that integration. I think the key integration is that your talent profile will be your key to access all of these different opportunities. So as you know, applications for talent houses this year are closed, but for 2023, the workflow will be, instead of just submitting an application to Talent House, you create your profile, you complete your profile, and then your profile is your application to Talent House. You might need to answer a few additional questions, but this idea that your profile is your application, and is your application for Talent House, it's your application for Level Up, it's your application for if you want to be an ambassador. So that's kind of will be the kind of step 1 of the integration, making it go through the platform. In the future, it might make sense to add kind of some of the more steps, so actually you could track kind of your application to all of these initiatives in the app itself as well. So not only you apply with your profile, but you could check kind of the status of your application. So are you being evaluated? Were you accepted, not accepted? And you could check that. It's also in the Talent Protocol app, but that's kind of probably for 2023. I think the key thing is that your profile will be your first step and your key to unlock all of these different doors and opportunities.
I mean, the future looks great, but the present looks great, but I'm so looking forward for the future. Like, this call was actually for me like the most exciting I've attended in terms of improvements and releases for the upcoming months. We do have a last Q&A-ish slide. That's also the token question that we address. Pedro, do you want to?
Just unmuting. Yeah. It's interesting because I'm not sure, but I was watching the chat, and maybe I'm wrong, but I think it's the first time ever that the when token question is not asked. Right. So that's interesting. But anyway, we're cool people, so we'll address it either way. I think some of you got it in the way that I approached the pitch to season 3. That is, we're focusing on the number 2 year product market fit. It's the thing that we can control the best. Let's build a great ecosystem. Let's have like this amazing product vision that we can all go forwards to, and let's make sure that we're financially sustainable. I think this kind of defines what product market fit means for Talent Protocol. The other 2 things, market circumstances permitting, aka some people would say it, back in a bull market, or at least a market with more liquidity. That's not dependent on Talent Protocol. I would love if that would be dependent on us. I think we would immediately shift and go back to kind of a bull market, but it, unfortunately for everyone, it doesn't. And the number 1, I mean, I've seen a highly engaged community here. The ambassadors, I'm pretty sure they're going to help us contribute to number 1. So let's put it like this. If at the end of season 2, we have number 1 and number 2, so a highly engaged community backed by a powerful group of ambassadors, and then we have achieved product market fit, potentially we are in very good shape to launch the TAL token, right? Until then, let's launch the TAL economy. Let's focus on what we can control, and let's not focus on external things, on external environment, which we don't control. So time to build. It's still time to build. It hasn't changed since the Luna crash. It's time to build. Yeah.
Sounds like a plan. Sounds like a plan. Francisco, Pedro, and Philip, thank you so much for your time. We're almost over time. I would just drop it in the chat, the link to claim your POAP. It's open for the first 150 people who replied this form, and then we'll share the POAP later on. And that's it. So a couple of reminders before we sign it off. We are having, and let me just, if we could go to the next slide. I've already shared the link on the live chat. So a couple of reminders. Tomorrow we are going to speak, actually I am going to speak on a panel about crypto careers at the Wealthverse Summit. I will share the registration on the live chat as well. We have our next community call, and remember, please drop all your feedback regarding the season 3 proposal before our next community call, so then we can have everything ready and like take into consideration all the inputs from the community as well. You can also save the date on Luma. I will share the link right now in the chat. Okay, I couldn't. I will share it in a second. The next one is, so as Philip mentioned, we are having a talent house both in Bogota and in Lisbon next month, and we're inviting you to a networking branch. The next one that will be happening in Bogota, it's on October 10th. It's actually after our community call, but it's always it doesn't hurt to share right now, so then you can RSVP in case you're attending DevCon, or in case you are in Bogota. Would love to meet you all there. I will share the other links in the chat, and that's it for now. So everyone, thank you so much for taking this hour of your day to attending our community call. It's always great to meet up with our community and to share the things that we are doing, not only as a team, but we are doing together as a community. So we'll see each other again next call on October 4th. In the meantime, let's keep the conversation going. Join our Discord, our Telegram channel, follow us on Twitter, subscribe on YouTube, and let's do this together. Bye-bye, everyone. See ya.